had is what got you here. Which is why, at the end of it all, you'll be the ones hoisting that Larry O'Brien trophy. Because you know what it takes to get it, and you won't let anything stand in your way. Let other people worry about a work-life balance. Let other people be mediocre. You're after greatness.
Playoffs have a...
Taking a look at Milwaukee, they had a great season and are expected to control their destiny in this series.
I'll tell you what, it'd be a shock if they didn't run through this series. With that said, we know anything can happen in the postseason.
Now the opening lineup for the Brooklyn Nets. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Williams in at the 3, small forward. Now here's Thomas. What a terrific move that is.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
This season, MP and his team have been historically dominant at home. MP said, our fans have done a great job giving us home court advantage. It's a challenge for any team to come in here and play. NBA, they're hoping to carry that success into postseason.
And you can just hear his confidence in that. Thanks, Alec. After the massive regular season he had, it's easy to see why there was so much hype surrounding MP heading into the playoffs, Grant.
Yeah, and a lot of pressure on him, too. When a player with the highest scoring average in the league gets to the postseason, the expectations are immense.
About a minute into this first quarter. From the arc. And the Bucks hit again from deep.
You can bet MP will make a lot of those over his career.
Thomas outside. Kuzma against Williams. A good look from Johnson. Great look, but off the mark.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide-open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
They grab their own miss. And Giannis throws it down.
Boy, extra effort by Giannis, the multi-time MVP. He's just built a little differently.
Here's Russell. Thomas outside. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
Not exactly what they're looking for out of the gates. Just 1 of 4 shooters.
MP shot is off. The Nets have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Oh, they get a hand on it. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. MP against Thomas. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Pass to MP. 4-3. Pure from three-point range. MP's got 9. Grant, it's hard not to dwell on the fact that MP has moved past Jordan's total. The 86-87 season, he had 3,041 points. That was MJ's highest scoring season ever.
As much of a killer instinct as Jordan had, MP may be even more driven. He doesn't just want to win. He wants to do maximum damage.
And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. checked in for Williams. Here's Russell. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Down low. Here's Thomas. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Now here's Johnson. Back to Russell. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Melton. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
I can't emphasize enough what reading is all about. That's seeing the game in front of you, another way to put it. Russell making a great choice for the assist there.
From deep, MP. The rebound by the Nets. Melton outside to the inside. Here's Johnson. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Nice pass from Melton. Solid job at getting it to his teammates.
MP outside. Here's the three. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now here's Russell. Still no points. Here's Thomas. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Milwaukee going with MP is out there with Kevin Porter. Then there's Gary Trent. Then there's Barnes. And it's Bassey in at the center position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Trent, the pass to MP. Clock at 6. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Bassey, good. Bassey's gotten his 2nd bucket.
Showing a good IQ for the game. MP feeding a guy ready to score.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Watford. Got a hand on it. MP scanning the floor from outside the arc. Oh, MP buries the triple.
Boy, MP is just filleting this defense. I mean, they've got no answers for him right now.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pass to Wilson. To the paint. And that one is hammered home.
Boy, nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Now here's MP. He's got 17. He drops it from range.
In general, I think they're finding good looks from beyond the arc. Steadily improving as this game's gone along.
Johnson on the wing. Watford the pass to Johnson. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
Clowney, he's checked in for Brooklyn. From deep, MP. Good! Another from 3.
I mean, he is scorching hot right now. He could be on his way to setting a franchise postseason record with his shooting.
He's caught fire at the right time for this team. Stepped up big in the postseason for him. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pistons was simply terrific. He had 57 points, and as we've come to expect, he contributed from the three-point line as well. And he had a memorable game. These coaches and fans are still buzzing about it. Just incredible. What's he got for an encore, BA?
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
Out of bounds, it'll be Brooklyn's ball. And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Claxton, he's checked in for Clowney. Johnson comes in for Watford. Thomas, he's checked in for Wilson. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Johnson. Thomas, that's good.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Kuzma outside. And here's MP from outside. Buries it from 3. MP's got 12 now in this quarter.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And here's Thomas from the arc. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
He's done everything he can tonight, trying to keep this team competitive.
Pass to MP. 1:25 left in the first half of this game. Jacks up a 3, and again for 3.
And he's letting it fly from long range to devastating effect.
And has now tied the franchise record for triples in a playoff game. Thomas finds Claxton. Back to Thomas. Over Kuzma, and rejected.
Upping his intensity on the defensive end. Love to see that. Kuzma uses his length and athleticism to challenge and alter shots.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Just a strong finish there, guys.
Hey, needed just one hand to do it.
Sometimes that's all you need.
From deep, MP. Rebounded by Johnson. Nets trail by 17. From 12 feet, here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Orchestrating the offense like a vet. D'Angelo getting everybody involved.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And the shot goes in. Kuzma's got his first 2 points of the night.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Thomas passes to Russell. Thomas outside. Johnson for 3. No good that time. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Bucks on top, leading by 17. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Dominant performance from this offense. As a fan, you just have to admire it and see what they're doing.
Yeah, they're hitting.
Seeing how things are shaking down for the Bucks. Fellas, at this point in the series, what are you seeing from them?
They have been all business, showed up prepared, made the right moves, and gotten it done.
You can see it in their eyes, man. You know that.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we
And time for us to get back into it here in Game 1. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Oh, he's upped his game, his overall intensity. It's been a surprise.
Connects again from distance.
The three's coming fast and furious. He is scorching the nets.
Yes, and now tied for the third most three-point field goals in a single game in playoff history.
Yeah, 10 triples equals Dame Lillard's buzzer-beating performance in 2019 when he waved goodbye to the Thunder.
Williams from long range. Rebounded by Lopez.
Tried to come right back at him with the three. Not that time.
On the wing, MP. Thomas defends. Offensive board. Lillard banked it in off the glass.
Hey, Lillard's not the biggest guy on the floor, but I tell you what, he plays with great passion and can do work inside.
Russell to pass to Johnson. It's Thomas on the wing. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul of the game. About a minute played here in the second half. And out of bounds. The Bucks will take it. And here's Milwaukee now. It's a 22-point lead, the most they've led by. Lillard finds MP. Three-pointer. Brooklyn pulls it in. Now Williams. Outside Russell. Pass to Johnson. And the three off target.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
On the wing, MP. Guarded by Russell. And again for three.
He's putting on a shooting exhibition that has left this entire arena in awe.
And you know he finds himself tied for second place all time in three-point makes for a playoff game.
Yeah, equaling Game 6 Clay, who buried OKC back in 2016 with 11 triples.
MP with it. Russell covering. From deep, MP. Claxton with a rebound. And Williams has got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. Pass to Russell. And he banks in the layup. Russell's got his first points of the night.
Well, you know, this is just who Russell is, in my opinion, guys. A very assertive and confident player who looks to score the ball as much as he can.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. So Milwaukee going with almost an entirely new group. The Bucks leading by 21. They've got Brook Lopez. Gary Trent is out there with Barnes. Then there's Damian Lillard, and it's MP in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Johnson passes to Watford. Rebounded by Trent. Here's MP. Can't cash it in from close range. Nets trail by 21. That's tipped. Stolen by MP. In transition. Here come the Bucks. Lillard can't get it to go. And Brooklyn with possession here. Johnson passes to Watford. Up and in on the layup.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
The Bucks have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Pass to MP. Trent outside. Now here's Lopez. MP outside. Fires the 3. And it's Lopez with the jam.
Because of that big body and 7-foot frame, Lopez a handful to keep off the glass.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambled.
Watford the pass to Johnson. From 13. Melton, right side. Offensive rebound from deep. And another shot. And it's in there.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
Lillard outside. And here's MP from outside. Good! Another from three.
Incandescent from long range. The defense throwing up their hands. How do you stop him?
And he's now tied the single-game playoff record for three-pointers made.
12 triples, putting him neck and neck with Dame Lillard's record-setting game in 2021.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And, on top of that, second chance points have been a major component for them. And I love the relentlessness they've shown on the offensive glass.
And that one misses.
It's pretty clear. MP is a special, talented player with tremendous upside.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Milwaukee has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Pass to MP from behind the arc. Williams grabs the board. He got it. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Free throw good. Thomas. The Nets have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Outside Russell. Pass to Thomas. Wide open look. Beyond the arc. Hook it again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
Showing no.
And again for 3.
What can you say but wow? I mean, he's done it. The most three-point makes in NBA playoff history.
A momentous achievement. One that'll surely be celebrated around the globe.
Yeah, hot shooting in the crucible of the postseason. MP eclipsing a mark.
So this one belongs to the Bucks. And it always takes a lot of pressure off a team when
series is a war, and you just won a crucial battle. That's a great win. Now, forget it. We could take control of this series with another win tonight. Yeah, we've got the momentum. Let's keep it going.
Round one of the East rolls on. Game two, just about ready to tip off. Playoff basketball on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Brooklyn. So the next starting five. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. D'Angelo Russell out there with Cam Thomas. And it's Wilson in at the small forward position. And for the Bucks, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. MP out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3-spot. Look at the Bucks. They notched a big win in the series opener, trying to avoid a letdown here tonight. Greg, what do they need to do to maintain their momentum?
You know, Kev, first, I think they need to weather that early storm. They're going to face a desperate opponent. But once the game settles in, it's about playing smart and playing with energy. You're the favorite for a reason. Go out and show the world what you're made of.
If they could only hear that from you, that's a great piece of advice. Johnson finds Claxton. Now, here's Thomas. That's the free fly. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. And here's MP for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Outside Thomas. He's looking for Russell and finds him. That's good. It's Thomas picking up the assist.
This guy, an effortless scorer. Outside, inside, in between. Dynamic scorer is D'Angelo Russell.
Thomas against MP. Pass to Lillard. MP outside. 6 to shoot. Fires the 3. No good on the shot. And here's Brooklyn. They come off a really big loss on Sunday.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
And that one's good.
MP looking solid from there.
Outside Russell. Johnson kicks to Wilson. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. A three-pointer is right on target.
You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
On the wing, MP. Thomas covering. MP passes to Kuzma. And here's MP for 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
MP claps back with that three-pointer.
Outside, Russell. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Johnson can't get it to go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
MP outside. This one for 3. A rebound by the Nets. Here's Thomas. That shot off the mark. And it's Kuzma with the ball for Milwaukee. And here's MP for 3. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%. Here's the floater. And Russell gets it to go. Russell's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And floating it in there, the smoothness, something you've got to love about Russell's game.
The 3 from MP. And another 3 from Milwaukee.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Claxton sets the screen for Thomas. It's to Claxton, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. here for Milwaukee. Charles Massey, he's checked in for Lopez. Barnes comes in for Antetokounmpo. Trent's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Kevin Porter's subbed in for Damian Lillard. And then for Brooklyn, Williams, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Johnson comes in for Thomas. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for D'Angelo Russell. MP outside. Takes a three. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the trip.
Johnson, a wide open look. Trying to answer back. But that three is off the mark. Bucks leading by 8. A three from MP. And another three from Milwaukee.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Melton feeling it out a bit. Johnson the screen. Looking to end the run. Gets it to go. That one good from Melton. The Bucks have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. A three from MP. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. MP's got 23.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Johnson kicks to Williams. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
MP has been leading the charge for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. And we'll be right back. Up here for the Bucks. And a new group in for the Nets. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. D'Angelo Russell out there with Cam Thomas. And it's Williams at the three.
Oh, nice jumper from MP there. The D is going to have to do a lot better job if they want to try and contain him.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey guys, MP in the last game against Brooklyn put on a show. He scored 45 points, and as his team has come to expect, he was a major factor from deep. He ended up with a stat line he's no doubt proud of, and I'm sure he wants to replicate it again. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
Outside, Russell to halt the run. Rebound by Brook Lopez. Milwaukee leading by 13. It's deflected and taken away by Johnson. And here we go. Thomas heading to the hoop.
Wow, just tremendous hustle on display from Cam Thomas in that opportunity. And you love fast break buckets. Makes the game easier.
Pass to Bassey. In the corner, it's MP. And the three off target. Nets trail by 11. Here's Thomas. No good for the 5th time from the floor this game. He's made 2 shots.
And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Johnson outside. Pulls up on the wing, and the jumper is good. Thomas got 7.
That mid-range is where Thomas may be his most effective and confident.
Thomas against MP. Up in time. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Milwaukee, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Hello and welcome.
I have some research here that might explain everything. Apparently 3 is more than 2. They keep making 3s. That's why they're ahead.
I can't even begin to tell you how profound that was, big fella. Seeing how things are shaking down for the Bucks. They were able to hold serve in Game 1, but they'll need that. That'll do it for our show tonight.
And we're with you again as our round 1 coverage continues. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
A huge bonus. Boy, when he's contributing like this, it makes everything easier for his team.
The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. MP out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
A 3 ball, and again for 3.
The threes coming fast and furious. He is scorching the nets.
Now GA tied for the 3rd most three-point field goals in single-game playoff history. Wilson kicks to Johnson. Back to Wilson. The 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. On the wing, MP. He has 35. Nets trail by 15. To the paint. Here's Johnson. Lopez with the block.
Well, Lopez twice on the pipes. He has the length to do this every time on the defensive end. Not a terrific start here in the second half. 4 attempts, nothing to show for.
Good, another from 3.
He's putting on a shooting exhibition that has left this entire arena slack-jawed.
And Greg, he finds himself tied for second place all-time in three-point makes for a playoff game.
Well, I like when MP tries to carve space in the painted area. So effective down there.
And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bucks with some changes. Barnes, he's checked in for Lopez. And Porter subbed in for Lillard. Outside Thomas. Wilson kicks to Johnson. There's Thomas with the 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
The 3 from MP connects again from distance.
Incandescent from long range. The defense throwing up their hands. How do you stop it?
I don't know. And he's now tied the single-game playoff record for three-pointers made. And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Trent's checked in. Rivers has called a timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Here's Williams. He has 6. Johnson in the corner. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
And here's MP for 3. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. MP has been leading the charge for Milwaukee. A sensational night for him continues as he cranks his three-point made total even higher on what has been a historic night for him. We'll return shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
NBA playoff round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Williams, DeAnthony Melton out there with Johnson. Then there's and again for 3.
When he gets it going from long range, it is a scary sight for the opposition. He surpassed his own record for triples made in a playoff game.
A new record. He is in first place with those 3s. Wow. Just seems like every time that ball leaves his fingertips, about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Good! Another from 3.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Russell passes to Claxton. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Russell, and it's in there.
Well, that's the ball handling skills of D'Angelo Russell on display. How crafty at finding ways to score.
And here's MP for 3. He got it again. Sensational.
And he's on a tear offensively, lighting up the scoreboard with a purpose.
And how about this? He now holds the team's single-game record for postseason scoring.
And MP is putting on a show, taking this game over, showing he can raise his level in the playoffs. And I can't believe how many points he has. What a historic night for the franchise. Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Fires for 3. He can't get it to go. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Boy, when you talk about rhythm scorer, the first guy or one of the first guys to come to mind is Cam Thomas. Very difficult to slow him down when he gets on a heater.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks.
Listen, it's only 1 miss, but it hurts all the same as they try to cut into this lead.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting a meager 37% for the game.
And guys, that's going to wrap it up. Fans are piling out the exits. Obviously a huge win here in Game 2 for the Bucks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this is a team right now that is really...
And what a response from these incredible fans. So in tune with the game and what he's accomplished.
He's got the franchise record for points in a playoff game. He is going off when it matters most. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Milwaukee.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the 3-ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
And you also have to love
another one goes. Incredible.
I mean, when have you seen a player get this hot in a playoff game?
I don't know, G. I know this, though. He now ranks 3rd all-time for single-game scoring in the postseason. Simply stunning.
And he's not far off from Baylor and Jordan. Can he keep it going?
What you love about D'Angelo Russell is his commitment to work. Though he's played for a couple of teams, this guy brings it every day.
Back to MP. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Claxton. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Well, such aggression from Cam Thomas. We're accustomed to that. He uses that up fake to get that defender in a bad spot.
Cameron Thomas at the line for 2.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Thomas. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the fourth. A 3 from MP. And another one falls.
He has taken over this game.
And now GA tied for the second most points in a playoff game all time.
And he's now matched the Hall of Famer Elgin Baylor with Michael Jordan's all-time record only 2 points away.
That one drops for him.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
MP, that's for 2. And the miss. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now, Greg, 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean, in fantastic shape right now. If they can capitalize on this victory and win Game 3, you can just about put this series to bed.
You got it. Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us during this first round.
Sneaking up on Steph Curry as the GOAT shooter. Woo! We really needed that one. A lot of our fans in the house tonight. Should be fun. Just do what you did last time.
Just a reminder, folks, if you're here for Figurines UA, come to the game and get
Round 1 continues with a heavy...
We are set for Game 3 in this Eastern Conference Round 1 contest. It's been a lopsided 2-0 series, but that might change tonight. And the Milwaukee starting 5. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with MP. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. And for Brooklyn, Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward. You take a look at the Nets. This is a must-win game for them after they were unable to steal either of the first 2.
Yeah, must-win indeed. Falling behind 3-0 as the lower seed is a death sentence. This team wanted a better round 1 performance than they've had so far.
Drops in the 3.
A very accurate shot by MP. He must have been drilling these since a young age.
Left side, Russell. Over Lillard. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a 3-point game from deep. MP. Williams grabs the board. The layup misses. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point land so far. A nice shot by MP.
Terrific movement. MP making a sharp cut inside.
Russell against Lillard. Pass to Thomas. Outside, Williams lets the 3 fly. Brooklyn, no good that time either. The Bucks have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. From deep, MP. The rebound by the Nets. Outside, Williams. Johnson with it. Knocked loose. It's stolen by MP. This one for 3. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
Yeah, just making the shot look easy. MP certainly has put some work into his shooting motion.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. We discussed the challenges a player like Giannis Antetokounmpo presents for his defense, and coach responded saying he's a handful for sure. I told our guys to make sure we seal up any lanes to the basket and just try to make him beat us with his jumper. It won't be easy, but coach feels like they'll be able to make it a little more difficult for Giannis. Guys?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. To the middle. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. And the basket by MP.
MP smart enough to get to the corner and get off the clean three.
Double team on Russell. Johnson on the wing. Here's Thomas for three. And the three-pointer goes. Thomas has got 5.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like we've got to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Trailing by 4. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. So the Nets making a switch here. Melton's checked in. Barnes, he's checked in for the Bucks. And Brooklyn with possession here. And it's good. 2 points. 7 points in the game. And here's MP from outside. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist.
With the way he can fill it up at this age, it's scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
Poke loose. Stolen by MP. Inside. Jumps up. And the dunk by Lillard.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Melton. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting. So he'll take 2 free throws. They pin that one on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Nets trail by 4. It's stolen by MP. Taking a look at the Bucks. Inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with MP. And it's Barnes in at the 3.
And that's what happens when you let MP get positioning inside.
Melton with a screen on Lillard. Johnson passes to Wilson. Williams from long range. Knocks down the long J.
That's pretty much not how they've moved to end the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
From deep, MP. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 4 rebounds now.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the board.
Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball. Kuzma's checked in for Barnes. Brooklyn has got 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul of the game. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Watford the pass to Melton. Johnson with it. Fires for 3. Lillard pulls down the board.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Nets trail by 3. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Nets was just insanity. He added 61 points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? Really just a phenomenal performance from him. Here's hoping we see more of the same from him in this one, guys.
All right, Alec, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, BA. Just needs to continue to play with the same...
Thomas getting it done for Brooklyn. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Game 3 action here at the...
They're getting good looks from range. That's been the key.
But they also hit a bunch of contested threes, playing with great confidence.
Looking at how the Nets are doing. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's...
And welcome back to our coverage of Game 3 on 2K Sports. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams in at small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Zero defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open three.
Here's Russell. The quick look, no good that time. Bucks trail by 8. Pass to MP. Lillard outside. From deep, MP. And another three for Milwaukee.
And any decent look from distance, he's taking it. He has that locked-in mentality right now.
Seems to be taking it on his shoulders aggressively to shrink this lead. They really needed those points.
Claxton a screen on Antetokounmpo. Johnson for three. Kept alive. Here's Claxton. It doesn't go for him. Milwaukee has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. On the wing, MP. Thomas defends. MP making the long-range connection.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Russell to pass to Williams. Thomas against MP. Back to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. From deep, MP. The rebound by the Nets. Claxton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy 3 of 4 to start it off.
Bucks trail by 4. And here's MP from outside. Out to Lillard. Takes the 3. Oh, Lillard laces in a 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Thomas. Puts up a 3. Hits the trifecta. Thomas has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Lillard outside. 3-pointer. And the Bucks hit again from deep.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Yeah, you can't make any excuses right now for them giving the ball up as much as they have in this one. Hopefully they can get on the same page during this timeout.
Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Melton.
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. Bucks ahead, leading by just 2. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And thanks for sticking with us as this round 1 game continues. On the court right now for the Bucks. Inside we have Giannis and Lopez. Then it's MP. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Rollins in at the 1. Now here's Melton. Outside Johnson. That three's off the mark.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
The three. And MP with a basket on the assist from Kuzma. MP's got 17 now, just in the second half. Pass to Wilson. Johnson on the wing. Here's Wilson. Johnson on the wing. Melton outside. Shot from the top of the key. And it falls all over the rim and in. A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. From deep, MP. Unable to get that one. Nets trail by 6. And the foul called on MP. That's his third foul of the game. Thomas, he's checked in for Martin. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Damian Lillard's checked in for Rollins. Here's Melton. We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Pass to Watford. 6 to shoot. Outside Johnson. Launches it. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out trying to win this game.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Fires from deep. And again, it's Milwaukee from deep. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Milwaukee.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
From deep, Melton. Rebounded by Kuzma. The Bucks leading by 12. Pass to MP, to the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. Look at Giannis playing big inside against contact.
This is what makes Giannis such an elite player, his ability to score in those difficult situations down low with lots of bodies around.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Claxton, he's checked in for Watford. Johnson comes in for Wilson. Williams is checked in for Johnson. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Melton. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle, and it was a frustrated huddle. Coaches and players were angry about the turnovers, players trying to hold each other accountable. They're fed up with sloppy play. Let's see how they respond. Guys?
As always, Allie, thank you. Shot to stop the run. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound here tonight, and the foul called on MD. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Here's Thomas. Goes up with the stripe. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo has got 8 rebounds in the game. And here's MP from outside. Connects again from distance.
The three's coming fast and furious. He is scorching the Nets.
Yes, and now tied for the 3rd most three-point field goals in a single game in playoff history. Here's Thomas for 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got 9 rebounds now.
And that'll wrap up Game 3. Now we'll look ahead towards an important Game 4 for the Bucks.
Their transition game was the standout for me. Created a lot of extra pressure pushing the ball.
I agree. They took control of the tempo and were really dictating the terms of the game.
And with their performance tonight, you have to think this series is all but over.
Yes.
And again for 3.
He's putting on a shooting exhibition that has left this entire arena in awe.
And you know he finds himself tied for 2nd place all time in 3-point makes for a playoff game. Fires in the triple.
Sometimes it's the simple play that's most effective. D'Lo with a nice assist.
And here's MP from outside. Good! Another from three.
And you talk about competing against yourself. He is the definition. No accomplishment is too great. Never resting on his laurels, he has once again delivered an absolute gem of a three-point clinic, breaking his own record for second most all-time. And now he holds 2 of the top 3 spots in postseason single-game history.
It's a night like tonight that shows he is always competing. And we talk about the players getting in the zone. He lives in the zone. When you're putting up 30 or more points from three-point land in a game, you're simply demoralizing the defense. And we've seen that tonight, and this series has become a very historic one. Outside, Williams. Here's Thomas.
Over the top.
Are you kidding me? Wow, amazing.
Man. Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that?
And even when you've got some room for error, you hate to see this. Miscommunication resulting in the turnover.
And the foul called on MP. That'll be foul number 5 on him.
13 foul.
Outside Johnson. And so it's Milwaukee easily grabbing this one. And now that they're up 3-0, winning this whole series is well within their grasp.
You think it's only a matter of time, but the postseason is all about expecting.
MP has put himself among the greats this season. Solid effort tonight on both ends. Got to win this game tonight and close these guys out. MP, you got that look in your eye tonight.
Fans, don't forget to come back for the upcoming Double Day. All attendees will receive a complimentary net golf ball. If you are having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word net along with your issue and seat location to 55555. The relations team will respond immediately. Thank you for watching and enjoy the game. Nets fans love football simulator, and we have a great one coming up. The first 10,000 fans in the arena will receive a Nets pennant to show off your pride all around the Brooklyn area. Remember that, man.
Round one continues with a heavy dose of citrus. The Bucks have a commanding 3-0 series lead. Is it time for their dreams to be realized? For their thirst to be quenched? Find out tonight as they do battle against the Nets. Will there be an upset in round one? It's all coming up next.
It's Game 4 of this Eastern Conference quarterfinal series. Down 3-zip. It's a survival contest, no doubt. Will this series... You look at Brooklyn. This series has gotten completely away from them now. Greg, they haven't played well. They look frustrated. They're all over the place.
They are, but they're also at home. And that's the one thing they can lean on to try and turn this thing around. I mean, it would be crazy to think that they could pull this off, but let's face it, yeah, they've got a long way to go.
Crazier things have happened, haven't they? Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. MP out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3 spot. Johnson can't get it to go.
And sometimes on defense, you could just get lucky.
And here's MP for 3. Another miss by MP. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. From 15 feet away, Williams' shot is off. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And here's MP for 3. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
MP looking solid from there.
Outside Thomas. Johnson kicks to Williams. Pass to Thomas for the 3. Rebound Milwaukee. MP looking around. Off target from 3-point range. For Brooklyn, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Williams can't hit.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
Oh, nice read from Kuzma. Really good at finding the open teammate.
Outside Williams. Back to Russell. Pass to Claxton. Here's Thomas from past the arc. Lillard with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And here's MP for 3. It's hauled in by Thomas.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up the 3-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Dangerous in the mid-range. Thomas isn't uncomfortable with that shot.
MP outside. From deep. Traps in the tray. MP's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Outside Williams. From the arc. Thomas. Good. Thomas got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Brooklyn.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, MP in the last game against the Nets put on a show. He finished with 52 points, and to no one's surprise, he was dialed in from deep. A fantastic performance for him. Something he wants to repeat tonight. Kevin?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
Anthony Melton, he's checked in for the Nets. Milwaukee also making some changes. Harrison Barnes comes in for Brook Lopez. And Trent subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. Thomas, no good. And the Bucks with possession. They're on a 14-5 run here. Barnes kicks to MP. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. MP's got 17.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Melton's shot is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
To the inside. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Nice find by D'Angelo. He's always had that great vision.
Barnes finds MP. It's good from long range. MP's got 20.
Yeah, the keep it simple method. Good decision to use the bounce pass just to get it there.
Pass to Claxton. Back to Russell. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
It really seems like everyone in the league can elevate these days. And Johnson, well, he's no exception.
A three from MP. A rebound by the Nets. They are still stinging from the loss on Thursday.
I mean, they went into that one with the thought that they may have a chance. No.
You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NBA, so you're surprised whenever you see a lopsided score.
And stolen by MP. Fires from deep. They get the rebound. Takes the three. Hits the three-point bomb. He's got 26.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And if they keep draining the three, for the Bucks. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Nets trail by 19. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. D'Angelo Russell out there with DeAnthony Melton. And it's Thomas in at the three, the small forward. So that's the Nets 5. MP, that's for 2. And a little luck that time, but it drops. MP's got 28 points for the game.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. Milwaukee leading by 21. Shoots the three. Bangs home the trifecta. MP's got 5 points in the quarter.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Pass to Russell. Back to Johnson. Thomas with the ball. Oh, and the jam by Thomas.
Thomas is electric. He always makes things happen when he's on the floor.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Jam. A nice shot by MP.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Russell kicks to Johnson. Russell passes to Thomas. Baseline jumper. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got his 6th rebound on the night. And here's MP for 3. The second chance effort on the wing, MP. Giannis dishes to MP. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Antetokounmpo. MP, that's for 2. It's hauled in by Claxton.
That time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Russell kicks to Thomas. And the foul called on MP. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second, and I think they'll keep him in, but he's got to be careful. A third, and he'll sit for the rest of the half.
Number 8, Zaire Williams.
12 seconds left in the first half. Good on the bucket. Thomas got 12.
Yeah, Thomas is overwhelming the defense with his energy, just attacking over and over again.
And here's MP for three. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's MP making things happen for the Bucks. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Thanks.
Big reason they're getting washed out, it's been raining threes.
But they didn't know this was coming? They didn't watch the film?
Looking at how the Nets are doing in this series. They're watching this series. That is more than enough of a...
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round one. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
Setting the floor for the Bucks, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. MP out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the three spot. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. And the foul called on MP. That's his third foul of the game.
Team foul.
And the Nets with possession here. Thomas with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Back to Johnson. That one goes in.
Quality pass by Thomas. He was paying attention out there.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. A three from MP. Buries the long-range jumper. MP's got 40 points.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Charles Massey, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Claxton a screen on Kuzma. Pass to Claxton. Johnson inside. There's Russell with the three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Connects again from distance.
The threes coming fast and furious. He is scorching the Nets.
Now GA tied for the third most three-point field goals in single-game playoff history. Williams with a clean look. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Russell feeling it out a bit. Pass to Thomas. Claxton a screen on MP. Claxton no good. Bucks have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. MP no good. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting the ball at 42%. Here's Williams. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got 11 rebounds in the game. The three from MP. And again for 3.
He's putting on a shooting exhibition that has left this entire arena slack-jawed.
And Greg, he finds himself tied for second place all-time in three-point makes for a playoff game. Thomas, it's a wide-open look. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And look who had that answer ready. Thomas responds with one of his own.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Russell. Oh, the Nets. MP really making a difference here.
He is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker
when he's lining up those threes.
And Brooklyn has possession. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. D'Angelo Russell out there with Thomas. And it's Williams at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And Russell gets it to go.
Just willing that one in. That's a tough shot there by Russell.
MP outside. Launches a three. Good! Another from three.
Never resting on his laurels. He has once again put on a clinic, breaking his own record for second most triples all time in a playoff game.
Putting on a clinic indeed. You know, when he gets in a zone like this, it's exhilarating to watch. At least for us it is. I've got to assume it feels just about the opposite for anybody tasked with slowing him down. It's got to be very, very hard. Hits it from three-point range.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
And here's MP for three. Brooklyn with the rebound. Outside, Russell. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. Green with the rebound. Milwaukee's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. The three from MP. And, yep, another basket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Russell passes to Claxton. Outside, Williams. Double team on Williams. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
And guys, just really impressed.
Connects again from distance.
And he is scorching hot right now. He could be on his way to setting a franchise postseason record with his shooting.
He's caught fire at the right time for this team. Stepped up big in the postseason for him. Poked loose. And here's Thomas, who brings it up for Brooklyn. To the middle. Williams passes to Russell. Green against Williams. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. That's good from Thomas on the assist by Claxton.
Oh, Thomas can be scary when he's getting points inside. That really rounds out his game.
And the foul called on MP. That will get him his fourth foul of the game. And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in.
Number 34.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Johnson outside. Pass to Thomas. Claxton sets the screen for Thomas. That three off the mark.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
The three from MP. And got it! Another basket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. There's Thomas with the three. Trains it from beyond the arc.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
The three from MP. Hits it again. Wow.
He has taken over this game.
And now GA tied for the second most points in a playoff game all time.
He's equaled the great Elgin Baylor, 61 points. An extraordinary game.
And they're going to move on to the conference semifinals. What a performance through the entire first round. Greg sweeping in 4 games.
And they really had a tremendous series. Watching how well these guys played as a unit has got to be scary for their round 2 matchup.
MP sneaking up on Steph Curry as the GOAT shooter.
Just saw MP and them pulled off the sweep tonight. Those boys are going to be tough to beat.
Boom! That is how you dominate a series. On to the next one. Second round. Win this series, and we're one step from the finals.
Congratulations. Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Congratulations. Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Congratulations. I'll retire when I expire. I'm in the truck like a spare tire. Not a dragon, but I spit fire. Volcano heat, not no little old trenches. Looking at my life through different lenses. Like when my heart was full of vengeance. Not good, but bad intentions. Somehow the Lord kept me unharmed. Kept my head up under his arms. I had a cross for a charm. The chosen one when I was born. Earl Stevens, I'm the proprietor. Wait for my company to get acquired. 200,000 strong. One day I'll have enough to buy my grandchildren homes. Generational wealth. What you doing? Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Congratulations. Boss move. What you refuse to do? Refuse to lose.
Give you all some 2K game.